On the news tonight, President Muhammadu Buhari writes the National Assembly a request on 164 billion for the 2019 polls. And in business, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation (NNPC), Cross River plans 14 megawatts oil palm biodiesel project. And on the foreign scene, the International Monetary Fund (IMF) warns of possible global recession. Hello and welcome to Superscreen Flagship News, broadcasting to you from the city of Lagos State, Nigeria. I am Olamide Onka. Many thanks for joining us. President Muhammadu Buhari has written the Senate requesting an approval of 164 billion naira to fund the 2019 general elections. The president said the 164 billion requested as supplementary is to enable the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) commence preparation for the polls. In the letter, which was read by the Senate President Bukola Saraki, the president urged the National Assembly to remove a total of 228 billion as reinstatement from the padded 578 billion in the 2018 budget to fund critical projects. President Buhari further explained that the total amount required for the 2019 election is 242 billion. And now President Muhammadu Buhari has written the Senate seeking the confirmation of a former legal advisor to the ruling All Progressives Congress (APC), Muiz Banire, as chairman of the governing board of the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria (AMCON). President Buhari's request on Banire and others was contained in a letter read by President of the Senate Bukola Saraki at Tuesday's plenary. The president also sought the confirmation of chairman and 12 commissioners of the Federal Civil Service Commission.
Dear distinguished Senate President, Constitution of the Governing Board of the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria (AMCON), in compliance with Section 10(1) of the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria (AMCON) Act 2010, it is my pleasure to forward for confirmation by the Senate the name of Mr. Banire Muiz Adeyemi, PhD son, as chairman of the governing board of the Asset Management Corporation of Nigeria.
And now the Senate has confirmed former Inspector General of Police Musiliu Smith as the chairman of the Police Service Commission (PSC). The upper chamber also confirmed Clara Ogumbiyi and former Assistant Inspector General of Police Lawal Bawa as full-time commissioners of the PSC, while 4 other members of the commission were also confirmed. The Senate approved the confirmation after considering reports of the Senate Committee on Police Affairs on the confirmation of nominees presented by Senator Abu Ibrahim during plenary.
The committee said, and all the senators from Lagos attended the meeting, and they gave full support to the retired IGP. And on page 3, his CV has been analyzed, and the posts he held were mentioned. And the committee, after consideration, after almost 2 hours of gruesome questioning, the committee came to the conclusion that is very, very suitable for appointment as the chairman of the Police Service Commission, and so recommended.
The lawmakers also commended the chairman and members of the commission on the confirmation of their appointment. Meanwhile, Senate President Bukola Saraki urged the new chairman and members of the PSC to encourage and motivate the police officers in the bid to properly position them for better protection of lives and property.
I want to implore the Senate President and my colleagues that we shouldn't waste too much time on passing this motion, or let me say the report of the commission, of the committee.
Mr. President, I want to take this opportunity to urge this new set of the Police Service Commission to reward dedication and commitment by our police.
Distinguished colleagues, on behalf of all of us, let us congratulate the new members of the Police Service Commission and at the same time commend the quality of the candidates that have been nominees that are brought forward by Mr. President. It gives us also a lot of hope and encouragement
And now President Muhammadu Buhari has assured of the conduct of a free, fair and peaceful election in Nigeria in 2019. The president, who disclosed this at the 20th anniversary commemorating the adoption of Rome's Statute of the International Criminal Court, called on the 123 state parties to support the ICC with jurisdiction over serious cases of corruption and illicit financial flows. According to a statement by the president's special advisor on media and publicity, Femi Adesina, in Abuja, President Buhari assured of his administration's commitment to the fight against corruption in Nigeria. The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has rearraigned former governor of Abia State, Orji Kalu, for an alleged fraud of 7.65 billion naira. Kalu was rearraigned alongside his company, Slok Nigeria Limited, and Ude Udeogu, who served under him as the Director of Finance and Account of the state. The rearrangement of the defendants before the Federal High Court in Lagos followed an amendment to the charges filed against them 11 years ago. The trial judge, Justice Muhammad Idris, dismissed the objection raised by the Defense Counsel to the amount and the amended charge sheet, paving the way for the rearrangement of the defendants. Defense Counsel Mrs. Godi Uche, Solo Akuma, and Casey Nwafo pleaded with the court for a short adjournment to enable them file a reply to the 126-page document and return to court to adopt the same. Justice Idris, however, adjourned till July 25, 2018 for further proceedings. Meanwhile, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, has disowned a recent gloating tweet that announced that the imminent revival of a criminal case against the outgoing governor of Ekiti State, Ayodele Fayose. In a statement by spokesman of the Commission, Wilson Owajeren, he said the purported tweet does not represent the views of the EFCC. You will recall that the tweet, which appeared on the EFCC's verified handle, said the Commission had dusted a 1.3 billion naira fraud case filed against Ayodele Fayose. And now the National Working Committee of the All Progressives Congress, APC, says it will adopt a direct method voting in the conduct of the Osun State primary election in order to avoid corruption and monetization of votes. National Chairman of the APC, Adams Oshomole, who disclosed this to journalists in Abuja, said all the party members with registered cards will participate in the conduct of the APC governorship primaries in Osun State. Oshomole noted that 17 aspirants are contesting in Osun State for the governorship election, and they urge other aspirants to support the eventual winner of the polls.
In order to ensure popular participation and to deepen democracy in Osun State, that the primary elections in Osun State, in line with the provisions of our constitution, which allow for either direct or indirect primaries, in order to ensure that the exercise is conducted by very competent men and women of proven character and integrity and who cannot be compromised. We have also decided to nominate a panel that will be chaired by the governor of Zamfara State, Governor Yari.
The Osun State APC governorship primary election will take place on Saturday, 19th of July, 2018. And now some aggrieved youths of the ruling All Progressives Congress, APC, in Edo State have accused Governor Godwin Obaseki of alleged marginalization of some leaders of the party. The convener of the group of aggrieved APC youths, Tony Kabaka, alleged that while the elders of the party were sidelined, the governor appointed foreigners into his cabinet.
Men and women came out for election to vote or to contest. Their efforts were being withdrawn. We have a youth that came out as a chairman. They will tell you, go, you have the right to vote, to contest. After you going there spending your money, they will now say this is the person we want. These are all these things we want put to pass. And secondly, we that
Others expressed worry that the legacy of the national chairman of the party and immediate past governor of the state, Adams Oshomole, could be in vain if Obaseki fails to reconcile the aggrieved leaders and elders of the party. They allege that many of the party members and leaders who worked to ensure Obaseki's emergence as governor in the 2016 governorship election had allegedly been abandoned.
There was a lot of people on the streets that they didn't have jobs, nothing right was going on. And instead of him to have brought what he learned from America here to better our nation and our state, he just made it worse. You have to give them something that they can do. You have to give them a job so that they will be wandering the streets, so that their future can be better and they have something to do and something to give them.
And now the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, says it will probe the conduct and outcome of the Ekiti State governorship election. The National Commissioner in charge of voter education and publicity, Solomon Shoyebi, who disclosed this to journalists in Abuja, said the investigation will be a holistic one and the result will be made public soon after. This is coming just as groups including the Transparency International, the Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project (SERAP) and the Transition Monitoring Group (TMG) condemned the vote buying during Saturday's governorship election in Ekiti State. The group said the vote buying had endangered the country's democracy and could affect the credibility of the election. Meanwhile, the theater commander of Operation Lafayette Dole, Major General Rogers Nicholas, says some Boko Haram members are regrouping around Bama local government area of Borno State. Nicholas, who disclosed this to journalists in Maiduguri, said some of the regrouping members are those who attacked the Nigerian military troops in Bama village on Saturday. He said the terrorists were able to launch the attack due to the muddy terrain of the road, which slowed down the movement of troops, and this left several operational vehicles stuck in the mud. According to him, the troops were attacked while conducting clearance operation in the area. The theater commander, however, denied reports that some soldiers went missing after the attacks, with the military vehicles carted away. Coming up tonight on Superscreen flagship news, the Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, the NNPC, at Cross River, plans 14 megawatts oil palm biodiesel projects. That's in the business world. Details after the break. Superscreen news, and now for some business stories. The Nigerian National Petroleum